Hello everyone and welcome to the Stock Martin channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're back, welcome back. We are going to be talking about the latest news on Lucid Motors stock, LCID. I do have a very informative video for you today, but before we get into that, if you can give me a thumbs up, a like button, so this can be shared around the YouTube community, I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that little subscribe button, the notification bell. On that notification bell, hit all so you can get all my videos. I greatly appreciate it. But as I mentioned, this video will be about Lucid Motors. We will be talking about the latest news, but most importantly, the stock, see how it went today, where it can go in the future. And I'll end this video by doing some comparisons of the different Lucid models, the Lucid Air models. There's 4 out there, and we will be talking about the biggest thing now that's out there. The biggest news is that it does have this EPA rating now. So we will be comparing all 4 of these, so stick around until the end. But I have a great video for you today, which we will be starting off by talking about this article from Yahoo. It's TechCrunch. Title of this article is Daily Crunch. Lucid Air puts Tesla in the rearview mirror by earning a 520-mile EPA range rating. So this is news. It's huge news. It's actually made history in the electric vehicle market. Now Lucid Motors has the longest battery life out there, has the longest range out of any electric vehicle company in the world. Now, one of the biggest things I think that is really exciting to know is the transparency of Lucid Motors. So I really do appreciate that the EPA rating of the range has actually beat Lucid Motors' own estimates and its own numbers. So Lucid Motors did estimate that their vehicles could go 517 miles on a single charge. However, the government, the EPA, the Environment Protective Agency, has now recorded that this car can go 520 miles, even beating what Lucid Motors estimates are. So this is a great information that we have as investors and for the company as well. So let's see how this stock reacted just by this news. So we had 2 big pieces of news yesterday that did affect the stock today, and both of them gave this a really big increase and a really big pop in the stock. But yesterday we did hear that Bank of America, John Murphy, did give Lucid Motors a buy rating and a price target of $30 in the next 12 months. But he did go on to say that Lucid Motors is now the Tesla, the Ferrari of all electric vehicle makers out there. So this is huge. He did also go on to say that this is one of the most legitimate startup EV automakers that there is out there. I know that in the past we've had a lot of doubters of Lucid Motors, its vehicles, its production capability, but we are starting to see that. I have been mentioning for months now that I do believe that this company has the brains. They have the engineers, starting with the CEO, Peter Rawlinson, but a lot of engineers actually left Tesla. They left Audi. They left like huge companies, Ford Motor Company, just to name a few, Mazda, just to come here and make this vehicle what it is today. But they have the best innovative technology out there. They have also engineers, brilliant minds from Apple, Samsung, Intel. So we have a huge bit of, very smart team that has made this vehicle. And don't forget that Lucid Motors, prior to making these cars, were in the Formula E racing series. So they did have that battery, has this range. Murphy did also admit multiple times that this price target is a little bit more aggressive than Tesla's early multipliers, but he thinks that this evaluation is still at a notable discount versus Tesla's recent multiples. So he is looking at the 5-year basis going forward. And I do believe, along with this analyst, that this stock will do very, very good. And this is a very long hold in stock for me. If you can hold the stock at least for 5 years, but if not longer, 5 to 10 years would be great. And I think that you will see a huge return in your money on this stock, just in my opinion. But let's see how this stock has did in the past one day. It did in the trading day at $21.17. It was up 6.3% from the beginning of trading. But I did want to show you, look at what happened after hours. After hours, when all these articles started coming out, the EPA started to talk about this long range 520 miles, which I was one of the first ones on YouTube to talk about the Lucid motor range being confirmed by the EPA out there. But look at what happened with this stock. Let's take a look. It went up by 12% for the whole entire day. So look at this, from the lowest of today to the highest after hours, and it went up by 12% just in one day. So this is huge for the stock and huge momentum moving upward. In the past 5 days, we are now up almost 5% for the whole past 5 days. We did, bust through that $22 mark. And let me go back and show you, we did hit that $23 mark actually at 6:10 p.m. Today after hours. We did go past that $22 mark. As I said, that's been a resistance. Our next goal is to get $25, but we'll see how it is tomorrow. And to see if it continues this momentum going upward. But in the past week, we are up about almost 5%. And we did have this little bit of a dip just because we received some low price targets earlier this week by other analysts out there, the $12 one. But it has had a really nice increase in its stock since the Bank of America has come out and said that this price target is $30. We also had the EPA coming out with the great news. Looking back in the past month, we are down 6%, but we did have a high at that time at the $22.83. And remember, we did pass that today in after hours. So if we were to look at that, we would actually be in the green for the month, but we'll definitely still have to see and monitor this. But looking back in the past 6 months, we are still down 28%. So Lucid Motors LCID became LCID on July 26th. And so ever since then, we have had a big sell-off of 30%, but we are starting to make that nice comeback, and we have increased this stock since its low on September 1st, where the pipe lockup expired and we had the pipe sellers. Ever since that September 1st time, we've had an increase in the stock in 19% in just about 2 weeks. This is huge momentum moving upward. And I have said this in the past. This reminds me going back on May 13th when the stock was as low as $17.25. Look at this. You had this huge, just again in 2 weeks, you had an increase in 14% in the stock. So we are going up quite a bit more here. And let me show you what happened here. So we went up actually by 54% just in less than about 3 weeks from this time, 54%. And at that time, we did hit a high of $26.67. The highs that we've had in the past 6 months is about that $28, $29 mark. Which was set on June 30th. So I do foresee that we are starting to have that momentum moving upwards, and I think that this will be very good for the stock. Now, in my own opinion, I do believe that September 27th is the next big day, if you can mark that on your Lucid calendar, because Lucid will have an open house. It will open up its factory. It will invite investors, analysts. It will invite politicians, other customers out there by invitation only to take a look at the production of the Lucid Air Dream vehicles. And I do think that very shortly after that, we will start seeing the deliveries of the vehicles. Next, I did want to transition to the TipRanks Lucid stock price forecast. We did have 3 analysts review this stock. 2 gave it a buy, 1 a sell, which did have an average of a moderate buy of these 3 analysts. This does give us about a $23.33 12-month potential with a 10% upside from now, because we have actually increased quite a bit of that. But remember, after hours, we did hit that $23 mark. So we are actually at that average price target right now, and we still have 12 months to go. But according to these analysts, the highest analyst that we did have on Lucid Motors is the $30, which was from Bank America just recently. The lowest price target was from Morgan Stanley. Mr. Jonas did give us our $12 low price target, the analyst from Morgan Stanley. But if you average all these three together, it does give us that average price target of $23.33. I do believe that Lucid Motors will hit $30, between $30 and $35 at the end of this year. And I think that we will hit there if we start seeing these deliveries, which I do think will start in October. And these are just my opinions. But I did want to transition and talk to you about these ranges. And I did want to give you a little bit more information. So the Lucid Air EPA ranges and the efficacy results are compared in this article from Inside EVs. So this is a nice chart that I just wanted to provide for you just to kind of compare these. They all have the exact same battery. If we see the kilowatt battery, it's a 113 kilowatt battery. But if we look at the EPA range going from the Lucid Air Dreams, these are the first four on here. You do have the performance in the 19-inch wheels. You also have the performance 21-inch wheels. And then we have our range editions with the 19 and 21-inch wheels. The last we have on here is the Grand Touring, also the different two types of wheels, the 19 and the 21-inch wheels. But if we can look, the largest and longest is the Lucid Air Dream Edition with the 19-inch wheels. The range model did have the longest range out there according to the EPA. They did have 520 miles or 837 kilometers on one single charge of electric charge in the battery. So this is huge, but not only do they have the longest range, look at the 0 to 60 in 2.7 seconds. So this can outperform most performance luxury vehicles out there. It can outperform any Ferrari out there. And this is why the analyst from Bank of America said that this is a Tesla/Ferrari hybrid. So this is a very fast vehicle. Not only is it fast, look at the range on this. This is huge. Now, all these do have a top speed of 168 miles per hour, which is about 270 kilometers per hour. But look at the performance on this. The performance 0 to 60, 2.5 seconds in the performance versions. And then it does decrease that EPA, that range, just because they have more horsepower and it's geared more for performance and speed, whereas the range is more geared towards, it has less horsepower, but a lot more range in this. But still, 2.7 seconds, 0 to 60 miles per hour, extremely, extremely efficient and very, very fast. I hope you like this video, but please, if you can, give me that thumbs up, the like button, I'd greatly appreciate it. To share this video with others around YouTube. Also, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, notification bell, hit all so you can get all my videos. And if you can, share this with your family, your friends, your coworkers, that next door neighbor, as I greatly appreciate it. We are starting to get closer to that 4,000 subscribers mark. And I want to thank you for helping this happen. And also, if you can, drop me a comment down below if you would like me to cover any other stocks out there. I greatly appreciate it, and I can't wait to talk to you on the next one. Thank you so much. Down below, if you would like to help out the channel, I put two links. One's for Webull. If you open an account, deposit $100, you get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850. If you deposit $100 into Coinbase, you get $10 of cryptocurrency and trading. Thank you for supporting the channel.